Game resumed.
All right, guys, and welcome back to CSL March Madness. Spawning here in the bottom left is the one, the only. And I know that's cliche, but this guy really is awesome. It is Suppy playing for UC Berkeley. Spawning here in the top right, representing University of Maryland, College Park is going to be our yellow Terran player, YYZ. So we do have a TVZ here to start things off, and Ferg. I mean, what can you say? Round of 4, ZVT with Suppy, just good times, man.
Yeah, I mean, Suppy, of course, headlining for UC Berkeley. He, totally won that game against the CJ Entis B-teamer in CSL Azubu Collegiate Champions. He's an absolute nerd baller. He's a great esports figure. He earned the scholarship from CSL Season 5, and he's just an amazing player to have in our organization. I've hung out with him in person. I've, been to some bar crafts with him before, and he is just an absolute nerdy player. And fun fact, 344 APM. What? It's crazy.
I mean, the kid is good. He's one of the best Zergs in North America. Nobody can really doubt that. Constantly practicing with other top North American players such as Scarlet. And, Suppy is just one of those. I mean, this kid is a full-time college student, and he's competing at the highest levels, at the very least in the North American scene right now. And I'm very excited to see, how he develops in Heart of the Swarm. And, UMCP, to get this far, they must be excited to face a team like Berkeley. They got to the round of 64 last season where they had to face University of Washington. And Ferg, we both know how good University of Washington is.
Yeah, and you know what? I do have some words to say about UMCP. I mean, it's something that I constantly see in the CSL. Just because they have one good player does not mean they are a good team. UC Berkeley, they are a good team, but you need to have depth in your team. Suppy can only play one game out of 4 potential games here. And of course, he can replay in the ace match, yes.
Right.
But in the first 4, he could win this game, and then UMCP could take the rest of them. So you do not need to win this first match. And I do want to point out that YYZ is my favorite. So that could be working for him. He's got the power of
that
rush.
That is an advantage.
So I'm really excited to see what happens right now. Suppy is facing off against some of the greatest psychedelic rock ever created. Ever.
Yeah, and we're talking about Suppy, but YYZ, I was talking to the coordinator, and he is apparently, not unfamiliar with the situation. He's also had to face Caliber, which we both know is also a very good player. So, he practices very hard, and he does perform well, but when you're put up against opponents like Suppy and Caliber, it can be kind of, tough to deal with. But again, he's not unfamiliar with the situation. Here he is going for triple CC, and I have to tip my hat. I mean, you're going up against Suppy, and you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna macro against you anyway, dude. I really don't care.
I mean, it's the first 4 minutes of the game. That's like if you're opening a set, and you're just like, you know what we need right now? We need a bass solo. That's what throwing down a triple CC in the first 5 minutes feels like. So I tip my hat definitely to YYZ. Of course, here Azubu. March Madness, giant shout out to our sponsors, NCIX and Raid Call. We are in the Raid Call group 1111 Collegiate Star League, so come hang out with us. I was talking about birthdays just before this game started, so amazing things here in the college scene, and I'm really excited to see what's going on from this game, because things are starting to heat up right now. Suppy managing to escape with his Overlord. I don't know, where do you think the game's headed from here, Chris?
I'm not exactly sure if Factory is coming down, but the one thing I did want to point out about this game is look at Suppy's Overlord spread already. I mean, this is something that's subtle, but again, the map coverage of Suppy so early on, it's 6 minutes into the game, and it's like, what can't he see at this point? I mean, look at his vision. It's like he sees everything, and this is something that you'll only see in top Zerg players. I mean, it seems something that is very subtle. But I mean, to be that good and that diligent with your Overlord and Zergling coverage is what sets you apart from the other Zerg players. He's going to get that Overlord taken out, but not before seeing everything that he wants to see. He saw the he saw the 3rd command center, he saw the factory finishing, so he pretty much knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and he even saw the reactor on this Barracks, so I can't help but think he's going to know exactly what's coming out, which is going to be Hellions or Widow Mines.
Could be Widow Mines.
It's going to be Widow Mines.
It is Widow Mines.
Me.
I'm just loving this play from YYZ. Double eBay before any additional racks, or I guess he got a second racks, but I mean, still, double eBay very, very quickly. I mean, this is textbook super macro Terran style, and to do that against a player like Suppy is pretty much just saying, I have balls of steel and I'm here to play.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to play big, this is how you do it. He's not going home anytime soon. He's going to try to defend with these Widow Mines. He's going to get a crazy economy set up. And you know what? Suppy has not taken a third. And I think that's really telling right now. He's getting some upgrades, getting some roach speed. Is he going to roach all in? Is he going to say, you know what? I'm going to rush on rush.
I think he is saying that. I mean, I think he figures, you know what, this guy figures I'm going to be super macro intensive, but hey, I'm Suppy. I can do what I want. I can put on a little pressure. It's fine. So, I mean, when you see that triple CC, it's very tempting to just say, you know, roach aggression. It's not necessarily all in. It's just sort of saying, I'm going to keep you honest, and I'm going to make sure that you actually know how to do this style of play if you can actually defend properly. And in this case, YYZ is absolutely skimping on the defense. You know, he could have gotten a tech lab on that factory at some point, and of course, siege tanks don't even require research anymore to get that siege mode. So, you know, you could have a couple tanks to defend. But in this case, YYZ is being extra greedy. No defense here, and if these roaches show up with just some marines and a bunker, it's gonna be not a good time.
Yeah, but what I really like coming out of YYZ, he spread out his Widow Mines. He has them on all corners of the map right now on both attack paths. Suppy's gonna have to take down these middle rocks if he wants to attack without taking a lot of damage right now. It looks like, can Creep Tumors get attacked by Widow Mines? I don't know, but the first roaches are running into the Widow Mines, but look at that. The firstling sucked up the hit. The second Widow Mine did do a lot of damage, but right now, there's a lot coming. He's going to have to burrow these Widow Mines as soon as he can because roach speed is finished, and these roaches are coming hard. There's a nice supply depot wall. It's not going to be quite in time, but wow, some great micro right there from Suppy. And he's going to have to hold out until these Widow Mines get a second hit, but these roaches are doing so much damage. The bunker is this last hold right now. Some good repair going down. Single Marauder on the high ground, 4 Widow Mines on the low ground. But will it be enough? How many roaches are left? It looks like less than 16 by my count, like 14.
Less than 100 roaches, so
yes.
This is a case, guys, of just overestimating how well Widow Mines can help you defend. I mean, Widow Mines are very, very strong. There's no doubt about it. But everyone's still figuring out how well they can defend, how well they can be aggressive. And in this case, against, you know, a mostly roach-based army, just having 4 to 6 Widow Mines spread out is not going to hinder the push all that much. So this is the lesson that YYZ is learning in a pretty harsh way right now. And Suppy just kind of in the main base right now with no sign of stopping here.
Yeah, I mean, in classic rock, one of the greatest lessons you can learn is that life can be a brutal teacher right now, and YYZ is learning it from one of the greatest masters of StarCraft 2 there exists in the CSL.
That was tied in nicely, I like that.
He's going to be able to do some damage to these roaches, but, I mean, they're just going to be able to hurt all these add-ons, all these production facilities. YYZ is abandoning his main and hopes to keep mining going at the natural. He does have a third down with, you know, a lot of mules right now. But look at Suppy's side of the map. There are some nice Widow Mines here with a lot of kills in the third of Suppy, but roaches are going to clean those up very, very easily. And Suppy's going to have free control of his half of the map. I mean, look at the creep spread. Look at the Overlord vision. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, the vision from both players this game was actually quite good because, I mean, YYZ, like you were mentioning, had those Widow Mines spread out. So by the 10-minute mark, we had pretty much full map coverage between the two players, which was very impressive. Suppy, of course, having a bit more of that side of the deal, but now at 17 supply, YYZ taps out GG, and that is going to be a win for UC Berkeley to start things off here, Ferg.
Wow, that was great. Suppy's so good, man. But YYZ, I mean, if you want to beat a pro, what better way than to outdo what he does best, just get an even better economy, And if he had held it, I mean, completely different story, because that third CC could do so much. He had so much production on the way, it just did not come fast enough. And Suppy, I mean, he did not play that standard Zerg style. He had to go for kind of a Roach all-in. So very, interesting games here in the CSL. That is, of course, only the first match. We have more coming in March Madness. Of course, join us here in Raid Call Group 1111. And, of course, like NCIX, they're a great Canadian company that offers, just some great shopping for computer equipment. Check it out during the break. We'll be back soon.